Hi and welcome back. This is Brian at E-FoodStorage. Today we're going to talk about those items found under Inventory. We'll click Inventory. The default is to go from A to Z in the current category. But if you wanted to, you could sort it the opposite direction just by clicking it again. And now you see it goes from Z to A. You could do the same with shelf life, the item themselves, measure, quantity, or goal. Goal's kind of an interesting one. If I click goal one time, it'll bring up all the items I've never set a goal for. So let's just set a goal for a few items here. How about this Kraft Shake and Bake? We'll say we want 6 of those, maybe 2 soup mixes, and maybe 3 evaporated milks. And I could go on down the line. I can either hit Save Categories and Goal Changes here, or if I've done a whole sheet, I can hit it here. And as soon as I do, you'll notice those items pop right off the list. So they now have goals, and they're in my inventory with goals listed. If I want to search my inventory, I can search it by any of these means, by the product name anywhere, what it begins with, the actual UPC code, or the category, which is over on this side, as you can see. And I can change the category of items. If I don't want the sardines to be baby, I obviously can change that real quick, perhaps call that a meat. And maybe give that a goal. And I hit save and that's gone. So that's how those are taken care of. If I want to view my whole inventory, perhaps once a year or so, you may want to do an audit of your inventory. If you haven't been real faithful scanning in and out items, you could just take this with you, go down and look at what your goal and what your quantity is, come back and make changes later in the computer. You may want to do the same thing with the tally sheet. These are the actual barcodes, and if you have a handheld barcode scanner, you could just scan these items when you get back. If you just wanted to write an amount next to it, scan the item. On an inventory it would pop up, you could make an edit, and then you wouldn't have to search for that item while you're doing that. A little bit handier. Or perhaps you may want to use this category tally sheet. Sometimes people say they store certain items in certain places in their house, like perhaps you store all your dairy in one room. If I click on that, you can see I have 5 items listed under dairy. And I can keep those next to that if I had my handheld barcode scanner, or I was using a iPhone or Android phone. I could scan the actual barcode and either increase or decrease the items put into that area of inventory. So those are just a couple useful tools. So what are we doing with all this inventory? Well, we do give you the option to edit it, either on the side there as multiple items, or right here you could do goal and quantity and category as an individual item. We also take that information and we put it into some reports. One is a shopping list. If I click on shopping list, it will show the top 10 items that we're recommending that you purchase based upon your goals, items scanned in and scanned out for usage. So this is a list you could print every time you go to the grocery store, and obviously it will change as you use either scan in or scan out items or set different goals for different items. It just helps you reach your own personal goals. So consumption are the items that you've scanned out or used during either the current month, last month, 3 months, 6 months, or even past year. We hope this page will help you be able to do long-term planning of items and watch for sales and those types of opportunities to increase your food storage. Well, I hope that helps with inventory. We'll talk to you later. This is Brian, signing off at efoodstorage.com.